After leaving the first gym, it appears that saving the Devon worker was 100% pointless as he is robbed again as soon as our backs are turned. Need to keep this dude on a leash. He of course enlists our help once again because police don't exist in Hoenn and it takes a real professional to catch someone who got trapped at the dead end of a cave all by themselves. I don't need to confront him right away, I've got time, and I think I'll catch a new Pokemon to add to my team. Why Whismur? I don't know. It would be cool if Uproar did the 90 or so damage it does in modern gens instead of the 50 it does here. It's no wonder why they changed it. Uproar is supposed to be something you're terrified of. The people who were digging the cave nearby literally quit because they were scared of an uproar, but maybe they'd go back in if they thought about how it only does 10 more damage than pound. Like, you can't tank that as a human being? So what if the Whismur all uproar in there? Drink a potion and carry on, you've only got one little rock left anyway. A Machop could smash that for you in 2 seconds. One of you go get the Mauville City gym badge and then come back and earn your union representation. So we're approaching the cave now. This old dude said his Pico got wingle-napped by the thug who says he took it as a hostage, but it turned out to be worthless. Yeah, that's what happens when A, nobody actually comes after you, and B, you agree to give up after you get beat in a battle anyway. Imagine a real hostage situation. Some guy's got an entire office full of people at gunpoint like, I'm gonna kill one person every 5 minutes my demands aren't met. And the police are like, don't worry, we're sending in a 10-year-old to battle you now. And he's like, finally, if you can beat me, I'll let them all go. Like, cartoons are ridiculous, you know? The thug is like, oh man, the boss said this would be so easy. It still could be. All you have to do is run faster than a toddler and not give that toddler the documents back. There's a guy trying to dig through the rust turf tunnel by himself, and he's probably at least using a shovel or something, but I always picture him just digging through solid rock with his fingernails. Also, he's literally doing it to get laid. His girlfriend lives in verdant turf. He's probably drilling through that rock with his sex drive alone. After reporting a job well done to our new boss, we get another great ball as a reward instead of a salary and full benefits, and are brought to the Devon Corporation where we are of course enlisted to do not one but 2 more jobs. If you don't put me on the fucking payroll right now, I will sue your ass for violating child labor laws. We're enslaved to deliver a package to Slateport, and the president of Devon also makes us do him a favor and deliver a letter to his son Steven, who is definitely not the champion of the Hoenn region. But it's okay, because our incentive for delivering the president's letter is that he gives us the Pokénav, which initially has a map of the Hoenn region, and that's it. Thanks for the digital map. As we leave the building, one of the tech people follows us and says they've been developing a new added feature to the Pokénav known as Match Call, which is a phone. You know that thing Johto had like 4 years earlier? That's a new feature here that isn't even finished. Then he makes me install the president's phone number and call him. If this isn't entrapment, I don't know what is. We run into Brendan at the south end of Rustboro, who somehow knows about the match call feature that, again, isn't fully developed, but apparently he still somehow has it and tells us to register him. Is this like the Jackbox Party Pack where only the host has to buy the game and everyone else can just freeload? Like, oh, you got a phone. I've been waiting for someone to get a phone. Now I also have a phone. Brendan wants to battle and he's added a Lotad to his team. Wow, very cool. Can't wait for that to turn into a dancing Mexican duck monster. His Torchic gets some lucky crits and almost kills me, but I'm too good of a trainer. He doesn't even want to talk about the loss. He's immediately like, oh, by the way, you know Mr. Briny? Like, nobody cares, Brendan. Marinate in your loss, stew in your regret, and bring your feelings of inadequacy to a simmer. You, like all other Pokemon rivals, are destined to play second fiddle to my magnum opus and forever squeak out your little backup tunes in the shadow of my magnificent solos. Coming down to Mr. Briny's cottage, we call in our permanent favor and conscript him to be our personal sailing chauffeur to wherever we want to go, whenever we want to go there. In the middle of sailing to Dewford town, we get a call from our father that stops the ship dead in its tracks. Like, wow, it went from 100 to 0 instantly. We just screamed at Mr. Briny, stop the boat, my dad's calling! He can't know I'm out at sea by myself as a 10-year-old girl with an old pervert who's in love with his female Wingull. He'll be weird about it. Hey, what's up, Dad? Huh? You hear ocean waves? What? No, I'm nowhere near an ocean. I'm on the driest land I've ever been on, in fact. Anyway, why are you calling? Turns out it's for no reason. He just heard we got a burner phone from a complete stranger and wanted to make sure he was registered in there too. He's like, you sound fine wherever you are. Oh, yep, Dad, just a lot of different aspects of adulthood hitting me in quick succession and affecting my psychological development, but I'm fine. We register him as Dad Norman in the Pokénav. That's not correct. That's not how you put your dad in your contacts. What's up, guys? Welcome to the neighborhood family picnic. I'm Dad Norman. I see Dad Birch over there playing catch with son Brendan. Now why don't we all gather around this burning effigy and offer our souls to Beelzebub? I'm sort of not comfortable with how close we come to running this swimmer chick over in our boat. We are careening past her at full speed and she's not even looking. One mistimed backstroke and her head's getting shredded in our propeller. But we make land in Dewford town with no casualties to report. Dewford is a land of trendiness and hip happenings. Everybody goes in on the latest trends, so they say, so we might as well call this place TikTok Island from now on. This dude's trying to sell me on low event, like that's a thing. Do people just hear about bad news or unfortunate experiences and go, whoa, low event, bro? But he doesn't even know about the real hippest, happeningest thing hip happening, so I'm kind enough to fill him in on the newest trendy thing in town, Totally Hard. Totally hard is a state of being. It's an emotion. It's a feeling. It makes your pants feel tight. It makes you cross your legs while sitting down in public. You don't even need male genitalia to feel totally hard. It's a universal experience everyone understands. So get your Totally Hard merchandise, spread the word, and make everyone totally hard. I'm doing my part just by speaking in my normal tone of voice. I'm told that's enough for some people. This cave dweller thinks you need flash to get through this cave, but we know real gamers can just hug the walls in darkness and eventually get where they need to go. On the way, we run into a Sableye, and I think I'm gonna catch it and make it a fully fledged member of my team and totally not dump it after I've cheesed the fighting type gym leader, who I definitely didn't already lose to in footage I cut out with just my Whismer and Grovyle. It's not my fault that Whismer gets one shot and Absorb only does 20 damage. Blame the mechanical imbalance. Sableye's Pokedex entry says it eats raw gems. I'd hunt this Pokemon to extinction if I was a miner. Your food source is expensive and unsustainable. We should give it to Steven as a gift so it can eat his entire collection. We find Steven and deliver the letter, and he gives us a TM for Steel Wing, a move nobody can learn. Thanks, Steven. Now it's time to get revenge on Brawly. I mean, meet him in battle for the first time. What's cool about Sableye in this battle is that Brawly can't hit him with anything, like at all. It's free real estate. Sableye is invincible, and this can't be his first battle against one, so it's really Brawly's fault for not adapting to the ghost and dark type that lives in a cave like 50 yards away from his gym. I can switch to Whismer during the meta type because it's programmed to use Focus Punch nonstop, and I can just keep ruining its focus by squealing in its face, which is as effective as it sounds. Then Sableye comes back to Nightshade Makuhita to death, and it's a long, tanky process, but the job gets done. Sableye's going into a PC box because there's a different ghost type I'm trying to get later, and I get the Knuckle Badge from the fighting type gym leader who only uses water puns. I'm a real G.